Hey, what's up ladies and gentlemen, it is I am the one and only Pac-Man here, and I am back for yet again for the likes of the BXD Toys videos. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for some more of Let's Play of The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past, for the Super Nintendo, or Super Famicom if you lived in Japan, and for the Game Boy Advance as well. So, last time we basically managed to rescue Princess Zelda from those mind-controlled castle soldiers from the evil clutches of that particular wizard, which I honestly have to admit though right away, I always have a hard time trying to pronounce his name very well, but excuse me, I've got something on my throat there, but it's also because of how the fact that, well, I know exactly what he is, but it's just the fact that I've always having a hard time trying to say his name, but I digress. So, and also in addition to that though, is the fact that we did manage to take Zelda safe onto the forms of the Sanctuary, and that's pretty much about it really. So today, for this video, is the fact that we need to find the, well, one of the people who's gonna able to tell us about the forms of, well, the secrets behind the forms of, well, the legendary Master Sword. So, and what it means by that is the fact that we need to head over to the Kakariko Village. So, now before we get into that though, actually, there's something I just want to show you just beyond right over there on the left with that particular, the house itself. Again, I do apologize for my, throat has been going on at the moment because, well, I somehow managed to eat something, but all of a sudden I felt a little bit croaky all of a sudden. So, hopefully I'll try to fix that as soon as I'm able to actually just to, well, drink my drink and stuff like that. So yeah, as you can see, we ended up on the forms of the fortune teller house, and basically, this might actually be useful though, especially noticeable where if you're about to get lost in some place, then basically that way you would be able to actually just to talk to that particular the fortune teller, and basically she'll tell you where you're supposed to go next. So that'll be the ideal way of able to actually go in certain places throughout. So anyway, so let's double check on the map, and since we are right near to where the actual cross is, so we know exactly where we're supposed to go. So either way though, that way we'll meet up with that particular elder woman right there. So yeah, let's talk to her. Who? Oh, it's you, Pac-Man. What can I do for you, young man? The elder? Oh, no one has seen him since the wizard began collecting victims. Oh, that's not good. What? Master Sword? Well, I don't remember the details of that yet. Long ago, a precious people known as the Hyrule inhabit this land. Legends tell of many treasures that the Hyrule hid throughout the land. The Master Sword, the mighty blade forged against these with evil hearts, is one of them. People say that now it is sleeping deep in the forest. Do you understand? Yes, of course. Anyway, look for the elder. There must be someone in the village who knows where he is. You take care now, Pac-Man. Of course I will. So, yeah, basically it's the fact that we need to find one of the people that actually, you know, like I said, understand what the actual legends of the actual Master Sword itself. But anyways, before we do that, however, though, we need to explore around in some places. Specifically, whenever we go in here, then in addition to able to grab even more rupees here and there, but also we actually come across into this person right here. So, yo, Pac-Man, this home used to be a hidden, the hideout of the Gang of Thieves. What was their leader's name? Oh yeah, his name was Blind, and he hated bright light a lot. So, yeah, I can assure that the fact that we can able to, yeah, you probably get the idea about that. Again, I do apologize for my commentary, it's a little bit muffled up at points, because, well, I know for the fact that it has been about 2 days ago since whenever we last touched this. So anyway, today's day is of course the 28th of January today, in this case in 2022 today. And basically it's the fact that, well, today's the day, for those of you who are the massive Pokemon fan out there. Recently today is the fact that the Pokemon Legends Arceus has recently came out today for the Nintendo Switch. And I haven't exactly looked upon the actual reviews of the game yet, although I will be able to actually remind about that until whenever we get into the more continuation uploading schedules on the forms of this game in particular, so but I honestly have no comments on the forms about the fact of my experience of the game, but because obviously I'm still not a huge Pokemon fanatic, right, like I've already told you guys right about now, so but I digress. And also we've only got about I would say 4 days left until specifically we are moved on to the second month of 2022. So as a result though, that might be something worth noting for. And another thing I want to classify for something, that is the fact that, well, assuming if Maxie wants to go back onto Super Mario 3D All-Stars while tackling through Super Mario Sunshine, that at some point later down the road, until specifically let's just say by the end of June, that we just want to classify for something until when it gets to the point whenever we get into the 21st of June all the way up to, well, let's just say the 28th of June, even though I haven't exactly looked upon the actual day calendar stuff as far as this is concerned. Oh, and by the way, in order to able to go in here, you must able to actually just to jump off the edge, and sure enough, you're able to come across into those familiar items, like bombs, for instance. So basically, very much like the forms of how it does it on Zelda 1, basically you can able to place those bombs on certain spots, especially noticeable like this particular cracked wall on the left, as you can see. That way, in order to able to actually access that particular path, well, basically we need able to place the bomb like so, and basically you can either just drop it there, or alternatively you can also just manage to pick those bombs up if you want able to toss it on certain spots. So, and the reason why we're going in there in the first place, in addition to grabbing more rubies, we also stumbled across the introduction into the pieces of hearts. So, in order to able to get some of those heart containers in this game sometimes, especially noticeable in other Zelda games potentially as well, in order to able to get another heart container, well, aside from the fact that you can able to easily stumble across one if you manage to able to complete certain temples or dungeons and stuff like that, well, normally in the first game you're able to actually get the heart container if you manage to able to complete the dungeon and stuff like that. And I know you guys are probably thinking that why am I ignoring the actual reading text here and there? Truth be told, guys, I was expecting if I was trying to able to carry on reading this certain text, but unfortunately though, I somehow got distracted by other things. So, unfortunately though, I can't seem to able to actually read the text very well, so I do apologize for that. Very similar to the forms of how it does it on Zelda 1, so... Anyways, as you can see, we actually come across into ourselves the magic bottle, or to be more specifically, just the bottle itself. And basically though, those bottles are a godsend, especially noticeable about the fact that it will become stable in the future games as a result. So basically though, oh no, this is gonna be bad. Basically, if one of the townspeople in the Kakariko Village spotted you after when you read the actual wanted sign, basically though, they quickly go back inside and then one of those soldiers are about to have a vendetta against me, so I'm guessing it's more accurately like hostage with Zelda and stuff like that, which I don't usually do hostage on her. It's basically we need to save her. That's all there is our ultimate goal for this. And by the way, there's actually a secret in here that basically in this room right here, you can able to actually refuel yourself not only certain rupees, as you can see, but also eventually, as soon as we're able to get rid of those mice, but also we've actually decided able to refuel not only bombs, but also arrows. So, but unfortunately though, we can't use the arrows for right now, because we need a specific item in order to use it until whatever we get into later. So, that'd be the only part of I was gonna able to actually just try to save that conversation for later, but anywho though, and I suppose another thing I should probably explain about this as well, that apparently there was actually another leak out there, specifically until it gets to the point until next month, if possible, where it comes to the next Nintendo Direct, we'll be expecting to be arriving next month, that apparently one of the leakers is actually being listed on was actually another Mario sports game, which I know for the fact that we've already had an Olympic Games, specifically Tokyo 2021 with Mario and Sonic, and also we had Mario Tennis Aces, and then last year we had Mario Golf Super Rush. But we can expect we can able to actually see another sports title, something related to football or soccer, depending on what country you lived in, and also Mario Baseball, or even Mario Basketball, or maybe something new, like rugby or American football, or in some cases bowling, which I know for the fact that we haven't got a, although technically we already got a bowling type of game on the Switch, but that would has to be by the forms of in 51 worldwide games and stuff like that, so... But God knows if that will exist, especially noticeable about the fact that according to what Ray the Flying Squirrel has already mentioned about this ever since in his Mario Party 7 Let's Play, that apparently he did say that one of the rumors is actually by the forms of Mario Kart, a brand new Mario Kart game I should say, might be actually be in development. So even then I'm actually really optimistic to see what the next Nintendo Direct is going to hold up to be until next month if possible, because, well, we obviously going to be going in exactly the same pattern as in the forms of how it does it on last year, and how the heck did that Coco just manage to get in there? But oh well, no big deal, but at least we got ourselves another bottle, so even then though, and what we can use with the actual bottles though is the fact that if we store it across the ferry, that way we can able to actually store the ferry into the bottle, and basically you can able to actually just well, there's only that one useful item that you can probably be guaranteed able to use it for, that basically though, that we need to able to actually get that specific item, which I think it's something to do with this guy right there. So in this case though, is the fact that, yeah, he can't go outside because he was sick. So as a result though, that, well, I guess it's very much an equivalent to that certain thing I always get ticked off from, but nothing that matters anyway, because either way though, as soon as you're able to talk to him, then basically he'll give us a bug catching net, and this will be handy though, especially noticeable if you decided able to go after the fairies you wanted to have, and also just anything else really. Then you can obviously store certain things like fairies into your bottle, so yeah, that might be useful. So anywho though, and another thing I want to explain about this as well, and that is the fact that we still have not exactly sure of when does Fall Guys might actually be released on the Switch, because I was so desperate able to play the game, but apparently though we still need to wait for a very long time at this rate, especially noticeable how the fact that, well, I think relatively speaking though, it's just the fact that we'll just see what happens until, God knows, until the next Direct will be up for Nintendo Direct, as far as I'm concerned. So anyway, if we go in here, this is where we stumble across the library. Now that book right up there, on top of the bookshelf, that will be important until for later, but of course we can't get it right now, because we need that specific item we need, so, in order to able to get up there, because of course, Link cannot jump, unlike the forms of how it does it on The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, so as a result though, although the only time that Link jumps though, is to able to actually, well, if you go close to the edge, then Link will automatically jump off the actual, the ledge, so that's sure it's something. And also, the cracked wall shows up, so this means it's time to use another bomb. So that way, we can able to actually access to the other side of a house, so, yeah, that begs the question for the sake of time, really, so, anywho, so let's just go in here and meet up with his brother. So, hey Pac-Man, did you come from my older brother's room? Is he still angry? Kind of, ish, but I haven't exactly paid attention to the text box. But anyways, we ended up in here, apparently, so if you can reach the goal within 15 seconds, we'll we will give you something good. Okay, I do like the sound of that. So in this case though, it's the fact that this is one of those minigame challenges, and basically though, it's the fact that we need to reach at the very end in a certain amount of time. So in this case, we need to aim for under 15 seconds. So if we go there, and that way we're able to meet our way towards the end, and my time record for this is 11 seconds. So I'm qualified. Congratulations. So that way I get another piece of heart. So to get the actual the heart container with the piece of hearts system, that is the fact that you're gonna have to collect 4 pieces. Although, unlike the forms of how it does it in other games, like let's just say, for example, I think it was in Twilight Princess actually, that in Twilight Princess, basically though, you're able to actually have to find 5 pieces of heart as opposed to 4 pieces of hearts. So in order to get the heart container, which is a bit different, for what I've noticed anyway. And by the way, this is where you're able to actually get another set of rupees by able to choose one of those 3 chests at random. And then basically though, if you manage able to get certain rewards on those specific chests, then you would able to claim them. Well, you can only open 1 chest, mind you, because if you decide able to open 3 chests, well, you can't. So, seems totally fair. So anyways, now we've actually explored around here, so I think we should probably go ahead and keep on exploring around on the, well, the actual Kakariko Village. And, oh, by the way, this is the item shop, by the way. There's nothing we can do in here, because obviously I think we've already organized with, specific items we need. So, I digress. So, anyway, in addition to the actual, the thing I would like to mention, that, well, I forgot to mention about this also, is the fact that, there was actually that film that managed to able to came out on, Disney Plus. Ah, darn it, I just got caught again by one of those townspeople. But I'm just gonna have to be able to run away from those soldiers right about now. Well, at least only one of them anyway. So that way I don't usually get harm at all. So, oh, speaking of soldier, there's another one just beyond here. So, thankfully, with the actual spin attack, can able to actually instantly kill them like no sweat. So, and there was actually a hole in there, but we can't do anything in there at the moment because we need that specific item in order to do it. So, if my lost partner returns, we can temper your sword, but now I can't do anything for you. Oh, that's kind of sucks for me, because I would really love to see what the actual construction with that is. So, oh well, we'll scout away until the later time. So, I've no idea why I say later dine, but I've no idea why I'm saying things weirdly enough. But anyway, I know for the fact that there's a film just recently came out from the likes of, also during today I think, and that's what appears to be the Adventures of Ice Age, or should I say the Ice Age Adventures of Buck Wild, that managed to came out on the Disney Plus recently today as well. But I haven't exactly looked upon the reviews of that film either, mainly because, well, I was in the forms of the, in this whole entire process of able to actually just trying to organize with certain things at the moment. Oh, and by the way, I think there's actually a secret in here. So in this case though, before we grab that, we need to sort out this last treasure chest needs to be opened. So in this case, we're able to get another set of rubies, specifically the red ones, specifically. And after we toss more pots, and sure enough, we'll stumble across another piece of heart. So I think we've only got 1 left until we get ourselves our 5th heart container, or in some cases, another heart container, depending on what specific route you take. So, but I digress. So I think we're basically done in here because, well, it's pretty obvious that we've already double-checked in every single rooms on that particular house over there. So, anyway, so now let's go ahead and, trying to go ahead and, leave this particular village from now on until, God knows when, because obviously that, I think we've already, talked to that particular, boy that he was actually quite ill. And as a result, though, I think he did manage to able to, even though, mind you, it has been about 2 days since I actually last played this game, so, but I digress. So we'll just continue our adventure here. So So yeah, another thing is what to classify for something, and that is the fact that in addition when the Ice Age Adventures Book of Buckwild, and because of that though, in addition to able to actually let the film came out, or some people usually call it Ice Age 6, because I first of all thought that they're going to be done with the series because of Blue Sky Studios is now no longer with us, although it might be still a treasure to be remembered, especially noticeable about the fact that, well, potentially speaking, I just have no idea why they just did that in the first place, so screw you, Disney, sometimes. But I digress. But turns out that originally, that back in the forms have been last year, that we were expecting it might be pretty sad for us about the fact that if Rio 3 is not going to happen, but it turns out I might be wrong about this, mainly because apparently though, Disney is going to be developing the actual Rio 3 film, but we're not exactly sure what that's going to be about because, well, obviously that film is going to be in development, so yeah, it seems kind of surprising honestly, even though, mind you, that nobody asks for this, even though that I don't honestly mind about it too much because we haven't heard anything from the Rio series since 2014, so it's like almost 8 years ago since Rio 2 first came out on the big screen. Although, mind you, that most people, for some reason, hated that film, but I don't mind it too much, except for the story feels a bit, jumbled up and all that stuff, but that's probably just me anyway. So, anyways, before we talk to this particular, guy over there, actually, I'll speak to him right now. So, basically, okay, so here's the village elder and the descendants of the Seven Wise Men. Oh, really? Pac-Man, I am surprised a young man like you searching for the sword of evil being. Not just anyone can use that weapon's legend says only the hero who has won the 3 pendants can wield the sword. Do you really want to find it? Of course. Good. As a test, can you receive or retrieve the Pendant of Courage from the East Palace? If you bring it here, I will tell you more of the legend and give you a magical artifact. Now, go forward. Okay. So before we do that, we need to bust this wall by using a bomb, and that way, we're able to actually get ourselves not only more rupees, but also more bombs, and sure enough, on the last chest, we'll get even more rupees. Seriously, it's so easy to able to actually get a lot of rupees in this game, especially that unlike in Zelda 1, sometimes that finding these rupees can be a bit difficult at times, but that's probably just me. So, anyways, let's just go ahead and continue on, and oh god, those things come to life. We'll just kill them right now, before they, try to able to punish me for anything else to be more specific. So yeah, I'm not exactly sure when, Rio 3 is gonna be a thing, for the likes of, Disney Plus anyway, though, because I know for the fact that it's gonna be in Disney Plus, just like it informs of how it does it on that Ice Age film just recently came out, so... But we'll just see what happens during at some point in the future, because I am very glad that Rio is about to come back for the film series and stuff like that after, you know, Rio 2 came out in 2014, so yeah, at least I'm very happy about that, but that's just me. Alright, so we'll just take care of this little soldier first, and looks like we have made it to the first palace in the game, which appears to be the East Palace, according to what the actual game says, so... Anyway, so before we end this off here, we need to take care of these guys quickly, so that way we need to, kill them, and, oh god, I got 10 more arrows. So I think, suffice to say, we'll go ahead and end things off at this point right here, so join me next time for more of Let's Play of The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past. That is the fact that we'll go ahead and explore the first palace in the game, which is none other than the East Palace. So I'll see you guys until on Monday. Later, fellas.